A very good morning to you once again. We continue taking a closer look at Budget 2016, just going throughout the length and breadth of South Africa, crisscrossing the country to get a sense of reaction on the ground. Let's cross over to our reporter, Palisa Mweti. She is in the Free State now and she's got some guests with her. Palisa, a very good morning to you. What can you tell us?
Good morning, Ayanda. Yes, indeed, we're coming from Bloemfontein here in the Free State, where I'm joined by two guests. First up, I'll be speaking to Mr. Mqinazwe Zwane, who is an economist from the Central University of Technology right here in Bloemfontein. Mr. Zwane, good morning and thank you for your time.
Good morning, Palisa. How are you?
Well, thanks. Mr. Zwane, let's just go through the budget speech from the minister yesterday. Just what's your take on it?
Look, the budget was balanced somewhere to an extent whereby one would say there were highs and lows. The highs in that we as taxpayers, we have been given a reprieve that there won't be any increment or any adjustment to the tax. And the lows were that the minister didn't actually state exactly as to how are they going to manage this corruption that he mentioned. And also what is important is that how are they going to ensure that what has been said in the national goes to the provincial and to the local government.
Now, when we come to the Free State, we spoke earlier off the record about, linking how the Free State bursary scheme would, students rather that are studying agriculture through the Free State bursary scheme, how the budget would actually impact on them, when we look at the issue of education long term.
Look, it's very good that what the government of the Free State is doing by sending our students to places like Turkey, India and China and so forth to go and acquire skills that they will come and implement when they come back. Now the question is, will there be enough funds to ensure that when they come back from studying as emerging farmers, will they be able to be funded to make sure that what they've learned they can implement practically? And to ensure that what is happening with the emerging farmers, the government spoke about that they are investing and injecting some funds, but they didn't state exactly what's going to happen to the emerging farmers because the drought is affecting everybody. And apparently now the government is only focusing on the well-established farmers. Those small ones that are emerging, what are going to be done to them? So it's a question of, are there going to be funds available when they complete their studies?
Now, on the issue of government tightening its belt around spending, just take us through that. What's your take on it?
That's wonderful because sometimes one wonders why do we have to drive expensive cars? Why can't we buy normal cars that are having safety features? And what is the reason for the parliamentarians, the MPs, the MECs, local government, why they have to buy expensive cars? And those monies that they are using to buy these cars are the taxpayers' monies. So the government should start to reconsider these issues of driving expensive cars unnecessarily. So we need to drive normal cars so that we can save money and boost the economy and so that we can realize growth and we create employment. So it is a good thing that the minister has made mention of that they are tightening their belts. But the question that I was wondering as to how are they saying that they're going to freeze post? Because this was supposed to have been done 10-15 years ago in terms of redeployment of cadres that are not qualified in certain key position. Now they've realized that they've made a mistake in the past, but it's good that they've mentioned and make mention of that. They will start to freeze certain posts so that they can realize the growth of the economy.
Sir, thank you very much. And now we're also joined by Mr. Lefa Tlapuleza, who is a farmer from right here in the Free State. The Free State, as we know it, is considered to be the breadbasket of the country, and agriculture has been very hard hit by the drought at the moment. So we just want to hear how farmers on the ground look at the budget. Mr. Tlapuleza, good day and welcome.
Good day, Palisa, and your viewers.
Just take us through your views on the minister's budget. There was an allocation that he announced of 502 million rand for water delivery with the current drought at the moment as a relief measure. He also mentioned, this money would be used for the refurbishment of boreholes in response, obviously, to the drought. Just what's your take on this?
We as farmers, I believe it's a great budget and great allocation for those funds, purely because there are certain areas where we need a lot of water. Like if I would make one example, the issue of Garib, the Bloemfontein water scheme, there it was 2%. It had 2% of water, but there's a river, there's a dam up there, like the Garib Dam and other Fadetlu of them, where they could go just supply water from that side. It's about 80 kilometers distance, and that will definitely create. At the moment, 3,500 hectares of land was not planted, which gets the water from the Bloemfontein scheme. So definitely, those kind of projects, they will definitely help us as farmers.
So overall, are you happy with the announcements of the minister?
We are quite happy and excited that really at this time now, our own government is really looking at recapitalizing the farms, working on the farms, the boreholes and everything. And that as well works in hand with improving the water condition and the livestock that we all have. And it will definitely, they are really showing now, they are really working hard in the issue of Hosasela Tlala.
Well, that was Mr. Lefatla Puletsa, who is a farmer here in the Free State, just saying that farmers here are happy about what the minister said yesterday, and they're feeling quite positive with that. It's back to you, Ayanda, in the studio.